You're living without clear purpose, feeling empty despite external success, recognizing that lack of meaning creates existential dissatisfaction, knowing that purposeful living transforms everything, bringing fulfillment beyond achievement, understanding that finding purpose is not mystical revelation, but systematic exploration and creation, and losing years drifting without direction, because without purpose you optimize for wrong things, make poor decisions, lack motivation, and miss what truly matters, making purpose discovery essential for meaningful, fulfilling life. This purposeless living is systematically destroying your fulfillment by ensuring achievements feel empty without meaning, destroying your motivation by removing reason beyond survival, destroying your decisions by lacking guiding principle, destroying your resilience by providing no why strong enough to sustain through difficulty, and ensuring that decades pass feeling something missing despite surface success, because purposeless life is fundamentally unsatisfying regardless of accomplishments, making purpose discovery and meaningful living essential for genuine fulfillment. Finding purpose is not waiting for revelation or copying others' purpose, but systematic self-exploration, connecting to what genuinely matters to you. Not about perfect clarity, but progressively aligning life with discovered meaning, and not mystical process, but practical framework anyone can follow. This audiobook teaches how to find your purpose and live with meaning through systematic approach, including understanding what purpose actually is and common misconceptions, exploring your unique values, interests, and strengths, identifying problems you care about solving, discovering your zone of genius where you excel naturally, defining your personal purpose statement clearly, aligning daily life with discovered purpose, overcoming obstacles to purposeful living, and maintaining meaning through life changes, making purpose discovery systematic, achievable, and life-transforming. Stop drifting without direction and start discovering purpose. Stop living on autopilot and start living intentionally. Follow systematic framework, explore deeply, align progressively, and find your purpose, living with meaning through unwavering commitment, starting now. Chapter 1. Understand what purpose actually is. Chapter 1 clarifies what purpose actually is, dispelling common misconceptions. The purpose definition shows that purpose is fundamental reason you exist beyond mere survival and pleasure. That purpose is meaningful contribution you make to something beyond yourself. That purpose connects you to meaning larger than personal gain. That purpose answers profound question, why am I here? That purpose provides direction and motivation. And understanding that purpose is not goal, achievement, career path, or single activity, but overarching reason guiding everything you do. Purpose is not achievement. Purpose is reason behind achievement. Clarify purpose or optimize for emptiness. The purpose versus goals distinction reveals that goals are specific achievements you actively pursue, that purpose is underlying reason motivating those goals, that goals end when achieved while purpose continues indefinitely, that purpose informs which goals actually matter, that achieving goals without purpose feels empty, and treating purpose as North Star while goals are waypoints along journey. The purpose misconceptions include believing purpose must be grand, world-changing mission, thinking purpose is single thing you do, expecting purpose to reveal itself without active exploration, believing you have one predetermined purpose to discover, assuming purpose never changes throughout life, thinking purpose requires quitting everything and starting over, and understanding that these misconceptions prevent genuine discovery by creating unrealistic expectations. The meaning connection shows that purpose creates deep meaning in life, that meaningful life includes purpose, contribution, and connection, that purpose provides sense that life matters, that meaning comes from serving something beyond self, that purposeless success feels hollow, and treating purpose as essential component of meaningful existence, not luxury for privileged. The fulfillment through purpose reveals that external success without purpose feels fundamentally empty, that purpose provides intrinsic satisfaction beyond achievement, that purposeful work is energizing, not draining, that purpose makes inevitable challenges worthwhile, that fulfillment requires purpose, not just success, and understanding that optimizing only for success without purpose guarantees eventual dissatisfaction. The Ikigai framework introduces Japanese concept of reason for being, that Ikigai sits at intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what world needs, and what you can be paid for, that finding Ikigai creates purpose and satisfaction, that Ikigai provides practical model for purpose discovery, and treating Ikigai as useful framework for understanding purpose components. The personal versus universal purpose shows that your purpose is uniquely yours based on your specific combination of gifts, interests, and values. That comparing purposes is meaningless since each is unique. That purpose can be lived in infinite different ways. That there is no hierarchy of purposes. And understanding that your purpose serves larger good through your unique expression, not by copying others. The evolution understanding reveals that purpose can evolve as you grow. That clarity increases through living purposefully. That purpose in 20s may differ from purpose in 50s. That evolution is natural, not failure. And treating purpose as dynamic, not static, fixed forever. The contribution focus shows that purpose involves contribution beyond yourself, that purely self-focused life lacks purpose, that contribution can be to family, community, cause, or humanity, that scale of contribution matters less than genuine service, and understanding that purpose requires looking beyond personal gain. The authenticity requirement means that purpose must be genuinely yours, not adopted from others, that living someone else's purpose creates misery, that authentic purpose resonates deeply within you, that social approval of purpose is irrelevant, and treating authenticity as non-negotiable for real purpose. The clarity versus certainty distinction shows that purpose discovery provides clarity, not absolute certainty, that waiting for certainty prevents action, that clarity comes through exploration, not thinking, that some ambiguity is normal, and understanding that sufficient clarity enables purposeful living without perfect certainty. The purpose discovery as creation reveals that purpose is not found like hidden object, but created through exploration, that you actively construct purpose through choices, that purpose emerges from living, not just thinking, that discovery and creation are simultaneous, and treating purpose as active creation, not passive finding. The implementation requires understanding purpose as overarching reason for existence beyond achievement, distinguishing purpose clearly from goals and career, releasing misconceptions that prevent genuine discovery, recognizing purpose creates meaning and fulfillment, accepting that purpose is personal and authentic to you, understanding purpose can evolve naturally, and treating purpose clarity as essential foundation for meaningful living where purposelessness made life feel empty. Regardless of external success, because achievements without underlying meaning are fundamentally unsatisfying. Purpose is not achievement. Purpose is reason behind achievement. Clarify purpose or optimize for emptiness. You understand now that purpose transcends goals, that misconceptions block discovery, that meaning requires purpose, that fulfillment needs direction, and that Chapter 1 provides conceptual foundation making purpose discovery possible where confusion made seeking impossible. Chapter 2. Explore your values, interests, and strengths. Chapter 2 explores your unique values, interests, and strengths, revealing purpose clues. The values identification involves listing what matters most deeply to you, identifying principles you will not compromise, recognizing what makes you genuinely angry when violated, revealing underlying values, understanding what you stand for, examining what you would fight to protect, and treating values as essential purpose foundation because purpose must align with values. Purpose emerges from self-knowledge. Values, interests, and strengths reveal direction. Explore deeply or stay lost. The values clarification exercise means ranking identified values by true importance, identifying top 5 core values that matter most, defining what each value means specifically to you, examining whether current life actually reflects stated values, identifying gaps between values and reality, and understanding that living aligned with core values creates inherent meaning. The interests exploration involves listing activities that genuinely energize you, identifying topics you research voluntarily without obligation, recognizing what you do naturally, losing track of time, understanding what you would pursue if money weren't factor, noticing what captures your curiosity consistently, and treating interests as important purpose clues, revealing authentic self. The childhood interests review shows that childhood passions often point toward authentic purpose, that what fascinated you before socialization and external pressures matters significantly, that reconnecting with childhood interests reveals uncorrupted authentic self, that early interests were chosen freely, and understanding that early interests contain valuable wisdom about who you fundamentally are. The strengths identification means recognizing what comes easily to you that others struggle with, identifying what people frequently ask your help with, understanding your natural talents and abilities, taking formal strengths assessment if helpful, noticing what you do well without training, and treating strengths as vehicle for purpose expression, not purpose itself. The zone of genius exploration involves identifying activities where you excel effortlessly, recognizing work that energizes rather than drains you, understanding where you create disproportionate value, finding intersection of strength and joy, distinguishing genius from mere competence, and treating zone of genius as sweet spot for purposeful work. The peak experiences analysis means reviewing moments of deep fulfillment and satisfaction, identifying what those experiences had in common, recognizing patterns across peak moments, understanding what conditions enabled those experiences, examining what made them meaningful, and treating peak experiences as revealing authentic purpose indicators. The energizing activities tracking involves listing all activities you do regularly, rating each for how much it energizes versus drains, identifying patterns in energizing activities, understanding what characteristics energizing activities share, and treating energy as guide toward purposeful activity. The natural curiosity examination means noticing what topics you explore without external reward, identifying what problems fascinate you, recognizing questions you ponder regularly, understanding what learning excites you, and treating curiosity as purpose compass pointing toward meaningful direction. The feedback integration involves asking trusted others what they see as your strengths, requesting honest input about what you're uniquely good at, listening without defensiveness to external perspectives, synthesizing feedback with self-assessment, and understanding others see patterns you miss about yourself. The values, interests, strengths intersection means finding overlap between what you value, what interests you, and what you're good at, recognizing that purpose lives at this intersection, understanding that all three components are necessary, and treating intersection as revealing purpose direction clearly. The authentic expression identification involves recognizing how you naturally express yourself, understanding your unique combination of traits, accepting aspects others might see as weaknesses, celebrating what makes you different, and treating uniqueness as strength, not liability, for purpose. The patterns recognition means looking for recurring themes across values, interests, and strengths, identifying consistent threads through different areas, recognizing what appears repeatedly, understanding that patterns reveal authentic self, and treating patterns as more reliable than isolated incidents. The written synthesis involves documenting discovered values, interests, and strengths, writing about patterns you notice, synthesizing insights into coherent understanding, creating reference document for purpose work, and treating written synthesis as making discoveries concrete and actionable. The implementation requires identifying and prioritizing your core values, exploring interests and activities that genuinely energize you, recognizing your natural strengths and talents, analyzing peak experiences for patterns, finding your zone of genius intersection, integrating feedback from trusted others, identifying patterns across all discoveries, synthesizing insights in writing, and treating deep self-exploration as revealing unique combination pointing toward purpose where lack of self-knowledge made purpose discovery impossible, because you cannot discover purpose without understanding yourself. Purpose emerges from self-knowledge. Values, interests, and strengths reveal direction. Explore deeply or stay lost. You understand now that self-knowledge precedes purpose, that values guide direction, that interests reveal energy, that strengths enable contribution, and that Chapter 2 provides self-exploration, revealing purpose clues where self-ignorance made discovery impossible. Chapter 3. Identify problems you care about solving. Chapter 3 identifies problems you genuinely care about solving, revealing purpose through contribution. The problem-centered purpose shows that meaningful purpose often involves solving problems that matter deeply to you, that contribution creates profound sense of purpose, that problems you care about reveal underlying values, that purpose through problem-solving provides clear direction, that making difference is inherently meaningful, and understanding that asking what problems do I want to solve reveals purpose direction. Purpose emerges through solving problems you care about. Find your problem, address it, or drift aimlessly. The injustice identification involves recognizing what injustices make you genuinely angry, identifying what wrongs you want to right, understanding what unfairness you cannot tolerate, noticing what social issues consistently capture your attention, recognizing what inequality bothers you most, and treating anger at injustice as reliable purpose compass pointing toward meaningful work. The suffering awareness means identifying whose suffering genuinely touches your heart, recognizing which groups you feel called to help, understanding what pain you want to alleviate, noticing which causes move you to action naturally, feeling genuine compassion for specific struggles, and treating compassion as important purpose indicator, revealing where you're meant to contribute. The problem scale consideration shows that problems don't need to be global to be meaningful, that local community problems are completely valid purpose, that helping specific group is legitimate meaningful purpose, that scale matters less than genuine care, that impact on one life is valuable, and understanding that your problem doesn't need to be everyone's problem to be meaningful. The personal experience connection reveals that problems you've personally experienced often become your purpose, that overcoming challenges positions you uniquely to help others, that your pain can become your purpose, that lived experience creates authentic understanding, that personal struggle provides credibility, and treating personal struggles as preparation for purpose, not obstacles to overcome and forget. The problem versus symptom distinction means identifying root causes, not just surface symptoms, understanding that addressing causes creates lasting meaningful impact, that symptom treatment is temporary while cause resolution is permanent, that root cause work is harder but more meaningful, and treating root cause focus is more meaningful purpose than symptom management. The passion test involves identifying which problems you discuss passionately, recognizing what issues you can't stop talking about, noticing what problems keep you awake thinking, understanding what you argue about defending, and treating passion as indicator of genuine care revealing purpose direction. The resource allocation indicator shows that problems you voluntarily spend time or money on reveal genuine care, that you vote with your resources, that tracking actual spending reveals true priorities, that stated values differ from demonstrated values, and understanding that resource allocation reveals authentic concerns better than stated intentions. The future vision examination means imagining world you want to create, identifying what you want to be different, understanding what change you want to see, envisioning impact you want to make, and treating future vision as purpose guide sharing direction. The anger as compass practice involves tracking what makes you angry, recognizing anger reveals violated values, understanding that righteous anger points toward purpose, channeling anger into constructive action, and treating anger as energy source for purposeful work. The multiple problems possibility shows that you may care about several problems, that purpose can address multiple issues, that starting with one problem is practical, that problems may connect unexpectedly, and understanding that focusing initially doesn't mean abandoning other concerns. The problem evolution recognition reveals that problems you care about may shift over time, that growth changes perspective, that life experiences reveal new problems, that evolution is natural, and treating problem evolution as acceptable, not failure. The contribution imagination involves envisioning how you specifically could address chosen problem, identifying unique contribution you could make, understanding how your strengths apply, recognizing realistic ways to help, and treating imagination as bridge from problem to action. The validation through action means testing whether problem genuinely matters to you by taking small action, recognizing that authentic care drives action, understanding that stated care without action is not real care, and treating action as validating genuine concern. The implementation requires identifying problems and injustices that genuinely anger you, recognizing suffering that authentically touches your heart, considering problems at various scales from local to global, connecting personal experiences to potential purpose, distinguishing root causes from symptoms, tracking what you are passionate about, examining resource allocation, envisioning future you want, channeling anger constructively, and treating problem identification as revealing purpose. Through contribution where aimless helping without focus made impact diffuse and purpose unclear because contribution without direction lacks meaning. Purpose emerges through solving problems you care about. Find your problem, address it, or drift aimlessly. You understand now that contribution creates meaning, that problems reveal values, that suffering points toward purpose, that authentic care drives action, and that Chapter 3 provides problem focus making purpose concrete where vague helping made purpose unclear. Chapter 4. Discover your zone of genius. Chapter 4 discovers your zone of genius, where natural excellence meets joy. The zone of genius definition shows that zone of genius is precise intersection of what you do significantly better than most and what energizes you. That zone of genius work feels effortless and enjoyable. That zone of genius creates disproportionate value. That operating in zone of genius is sustainable long term. That genius work doesn't feel like work. And understanding that purpose is best expressed through zone of genius, not competence or excellence. Genius is natural excellence that energizes you. Find your genius, operate there, or burn out. The 4 zones framework includes zone of incompetence, where you're bad and should delegate immediately. Zone of competence, where you're adequate, but others equal or better. Zone of excellence, where you're very good, but not energized. Zone of genius, where you're exceptional and energized. And understanding that purpose lives in zone of genius, not excellence, despite society rewarding excellence. The excellence versus genius distinction reveals that zone of excellence contains skills you've developed, but don't energize you. That staying in excellence creates burnout despite apparent success. That genius work is effortless and sustainable. That society often rewards excellence, trapping you there. That excellence is learned while genius is natural. And treating zone of genius as where you should invest time, not excellence. The genius identification involves asking, what do you do significantly better than most people? Identifying work where you create exceptional results easily. Recognizing activities that energize rather than drain you. Noticing what people consistently say you're uniquely good at. Understanding what comes naturally that others struggle with. And treating genius as naturally exceptional ability combined with joy and energy. The energy audit practice means tracking which activities energize versus drain you over several weeks. Identifying clear patterns across days and weeks. Recognizing work that leaves you energized despite being tiring. Understanding what restores versus depletes your energy. Rating activities for energy impact. And treating energy as reliable guide toward genius, not just preference or enjoyment. The delegation and elimination shows that delegating non-genius work frees you for purpose. That eliminating incompetence and competence work is necessary. That protecting genius time requires saying no. That staying busy in non-genius work prevents purpose, and understanding that focusing on genius maximizes both impact and fulfillment simultaneously. The effortless excellence recognition means noticing what you do well without trying hard, identifying abilities that seem obvious to you but impress others, recognizing talents you take for granted, understanding what you can't understand why others struggle with, and treating effortless excellence as genius indicator. The time perception shift involves noticing when you lose track of time, identifying activities where hours pass like minutes, recognizing flow state conditions, understanding that genius work creates flow, and treating time distortion as genius indicator. The results disproportionality means recognizing where your effort produces outsized results, identifying work where you create value exceeding time invested, understanding leverage points in your abilities, noticing what you accomplish that others can't replicate, and treating disproportionate results as genius marker. The childhood abilities review shows that genius often appears early, that natural talents emerge in childhood, that early abilities predict adult genius, that reconnecting with childhood strengths reveals genius, and understanding that what came easily as child likely remains genius. The feedback patterns recognition involves synthesizing feedback over time, identifying what people consistently praise, recognizing common threads in compliments, understanding what others repeatedly request, and treating consistent feedback as external validation of genius. The genius versus passion distinction reveals that passion without ability is not genius. That genius without passion is excellence, not genius. That both elements are required. That genius is where passion and ability intersect, and treating passion alone as insufficient for genius identification. The multiple genius possibility shows that you may have several genius areas, that primary genius deserves most focus, that secondary genius can support primary, that diversification is possible, but focus is powerful, and understanding that identifying all genius areas enables strategic choices. The genius development understanding means that even genius requires practice and development, that natural ability needs cultivation, that genius grows through use, that abandoning genius atrophies it, and treating genius as potential requiring activation, not automatic excellence. The implementation requires identifying your zone of genius through careful self-reflection and feedback, distinguishing genius from mere excellence, conducting thorough energy audit tracking what energizes you, delegating or eliminating non-genius activities systematically, recognizing effortless excellence, noticing time perception shifts, identifying disproportionate results, reviewing childhood abilities, synthesizing feedback patterns, and treating zone of genius focus as enabling. Sustainable, purposeful, high-impact work where operating outside genius created burnout despite external success because genius is only sustainable path. Genius is natural excellence that energizes you. Find your genius, operate there or burn out. You understand now that genius combines ability and energy, that excellence differs from genius, that energy guides toward genius, that genius enables purpose, and that Chapter 4 provides genius discovery, making sustainable purpose possible where non-genius work made purpose exhausting. Chapter 5. Define your personal purpose statement. Chapter 5 defines your personal purpose statement, crystallizing discovered insights. The purpose statement importance shows that written purpose statement provides clarity and direction, that clear statement guides decisions and priorities, that purpose statement focuses energy and effort, that articulating purpose makes it actionable, that vague purpose awareness is insufficient, and understanding that written statement transforms abstract understanding into concrete tool for living purposefully. Vague purpose awareness is insufficient. Clear statement guides action. Articulate purpose or stay directionless. The statement components include who you serve or what cause you support, what specific contribution you make or problem you solve, how you uniquely contribute through your genius, why this matters reflecting your core values, what impact you intend to create, and treating these components as building complete comprehensive purpose statement. The drafting process involves synthesizing insights from all previous chapters, writing multiple draft statements without editing initially, testing statements for emotional resonance and authenticity, refining language until it feels genuinely authentic, reading statements aloud to assess natural flow, and understanding that first draft is starting point requiring iteration, not final statement. The authentic language requirement means using your own words, not borrowed phrases, avoiding corporate jargon or empty clichés, ensuring statement feels genuinely authentic to you, testing whether statement inspires you personally, using simple, clear language, and treating authenticity as absolutely essential for statement effectiveness. The specificity balance shows that statement should be specific enough to guide action, but broad enough to allow flexibility, that too vague provides no direction while too specific constrains unnecessarily, that appropriate specificity enables useful guidance, that leaving room for evolution is important, and treating appropriate specificity as enabling statement to be useful tool. The emotional resonance test involves reading statement and noticing emotional response, recognizing whether statement inspires you, feeling whether statement feels true, identifying any discomfort or inauthenticity, adjusting until statement resonates deeply, and understanding that purpose statement should move you emotionally. The action orientation ensures statement leads to concrete actions, that statement answers what you will actually do, that purpose guides behavior, not just provides nice words, that actionable statement is more useful than philosophical statement, and treating action orientation as making purpose statement practical. The values alignment verification means checking whether statement reflects core values identified earlier, ensuring stated purpose aligns with what matters most, recognizing any conflicts between statement and values, adjusting statement to achieve alignment, and understanding that purpose without values alignment is inauthentic. The genius integration involves ensuring statement incorporates your zone of genius, checking that purpose plays to your strengths, verifying statement enables you to contribute through natural excellence, avoiding purpose requiring operating outside genius, and treating genius integration as making purpose sustainable. The problem connection confirms that statement addresses problems you genuinely care about, that purpose focuses on contribution you want to make, that statement connects to suffering or injustice you want to address, and understanding that problem connection makes purpose meaningful. The revision and refinement involves living with draft statement for days or weeks, noticing whether statement actually guides decisions, adjusting based on real-world use, testing statement against actual choices, understanding statement evolves as you grow, and treating statement as living document not fixed forever. The length consideration shows that statement can be single sentence or short paragraph, that brevity aids memorability, that longer statement allows more nuance, that ideal length depends on personal preference, and understanding that usefulness matters more than length. The sharing and feedback means sharing draft statement with trusted people, asking for honest reactions and feedback, listening to how statement lands with others, incorporating useful feedback while staying true to yourself, and treating external input as helpful perspective, not final authority. The vision integration involves ensuring statement connects to future vision, that purpose points toward desired impact, that statement inspires long-term commitment, that purpose feels worthy of your life, and understanding that purpose should excite you about future. The multiple drafts expectation recognizes that creating powerful purpose statement takes time and iteration, that first draft is never final, that revision improves clarity and authenticity, that patience with process is important, and treating drafting as important work deserving adequate time. The implementation requires synthesizing all previous insights into draft purpose statement, including who, what, how, why, and impact components, using authentic language that genuinely resonates with you, balancing specificity with appropriate flexibility, testing statement for emotional resonance, ensuring values alignment and genius integration, verifying problem connection, living with statement and revising based on use, seeking trusted feedback, and treating written purpose statement as essential tool focusing energy and guiding decisions where vague purpose awareness lacked actionable direction, making purpose intellectual exercise, not lived reality. Vague purpose awareness is insufficient. Clear statement guides action. Articulate purpose or stay directionless. You understand now that written statement creates clarity, that components build complete picture, that authenticity is essential, that specificity enables action, and that Chapter 5 provides articulation making purpose usable where vagueness made purpose abstract. Chapter 6. Align your life with your purpose. Chapter 6 aligns daily life with discovered purpose, making it operational. The alignment assessment involves evaluating honestly how current life reflects stated purpose, identifying gaps between purpose statement and daily reality, recognizing activities misaligned with purpose consuming time, understanding percentage of time spent on purposeful versus purposeless activity, calculating alignment score, and treating assessment as revealing alignment work needed, not inducing shame about current state. Stated purpose without aligned action is self-deception. Align life progressively. Life purpose or merely declare it. The career alignment means evaluating whether current work aligns with stated purpose, exploring how to infuse purpose into existing role creatively, considering career changes if severe misalignment exists, understanding that purpose can be lived through various careers, investigating purpose-aligned career options, and treating career as vehicle for purpose expression, not purpose itself. The daily habits integration involves building small daily habits reflecting purpose, creating morning or evening purpose practices, infusing purpose into routine activities, making purpose visible through reminders, starting day with purpose intention, and understanding that daily actions compound into purposeful life over time. The decision filter application shows that purpose statement guides decision making effectively, that asking does this align with my purpose clarifies choices, that purpose eliminates options inconsistent with meaning, that purpose focus increases saying no, that decisions become easier with clear purpose, and treating purpose as practical decision making framework, not abstract philosophy. The relationship evaluation means assessing whether relationships support purposeful living, surrounding yourself with people who understand and support your purpose, distancing from those actively undermining purpose, building community around shared purpose, seeking relationships aligned with values, and understanding that relationships either support or hinder purposeful living significantly. The time allocation adjustment involves tracking current time use honestly, calculating time spent on purposeful versus purposeless activity, progressively increasing purpose-aligned time, eliminating or delegating misaligned activities, protecting purpose time fiercely, and treating time as finite resource requiring purposeful allocation, not passive acceptance of defaults. The financial alignment requires evaluating whether spending reflects purpose, adjusting financial decisions to support purpose, reducing expenses on purposeless activities, investing in purpose development, understanding that money serves purpose, not vice versa, and treating financial choices as purpose alignment opportunity. The incremental approach shows that immediate complete alignment is unrealistic, that progressive alignment over months and years is sustainable, that small consistent changes compound, that direction matters more than speed, and understanding the journey toward alignment is itself meaningful. The environment design involves structuring physical environment to support purpose, creating workspace reflecting purpose, using visual reminders of purpose, removing distractions from purposeless activities, designing environment defaulting to purposeful choices, and treating environment as either supporting or hindering purpose. The skill development means identifying skills needed for purpose, investing in relevant learning and development, building capabilities, enabling purpose expression, understanding that purpose may require new skills, and treating skill development as purpose investment. The network building involves connecting with others pursuing similar purposes, joining communities aligned with your purpose, building relationships supporting purposeful work, finding mentors in purpose area, and understanding that community amplifies individual purpose. The purpose experiments practice means testing different ways to express purpose, trying purpose-aligned activities, learning through doing, not just planning, adjusting based on experience, and treating experiments as learning opportunities revealing what works. The resistance recognition involves acknowledging resistance to alignment, understanding that change feels uncomfortable, recognizing fear or doubt as normal, pushing through resistance with small actions, and treating resistance as expected part of alignment process. The celebration practice includes acknowledging steps toward alignment, celebrating purpose-aligned choices, recognizing progress, however small, reinforcing purposeful behavior, and understanding that celebration builds momentum toward fuller alignment. The patience requirement shows that meaningful alignment takes time, that expecting instant transformation creates disappointment, that sustainable change is gradual, that consistency matters more than intensity, and treating alignment as long-term journey, not quick fix. The implementation requires assessing current life alignment with stated purpose honestly, infusing purpose into career or exploring changes, building daily habits reflecting purpose consistently, using purpose as practical decision filter, evaluating relationship support for purpose, adjusting time allocation toward purpose-aligned activities progressively, aligning financial decisions with purpose, taking incremental approach, designing supportive environment, developing needed skills, building purpose-aligned network, conducting purpose experiments, acknowledging resistance, celebrating progress, and treating alignment as progressive journey where immediate complete alignment is unrealistic but directional movement is essential, making purpose lived reality, not just written statement sitting in drawer unused. Stated purpose without aligned action is self-deception. Align life progressively. Life purpose or merely declare it. You understand now that purpose requires action, that alignment is progressive, that decisions filter through purpose, that environment supports purpose, and that Chapter 6 provides alignment making purpose operational where statement without action made purpose intellectual exercise. Chapter 7. Overcome obstacles and maintain meaning. Chapter 7 overcomes obstacles to purposeful living and maintains meaning through changes. The common obstacles include fear of failure or judgment preventing purposeful action, financial concerns about purposeful work, family or social expectations conflicting with purpose, perfectionism preventing imperfect purposeful action, overwhelm from gap between current and purposeful life, imposter syndrome doubting your capability, and understanding that obstacles are completely normal, requiring strategies, not reasons to quit pursuing purpose. Obstacles are normal in purposeful living. Address them systematically. Overcome or use as excuse. The fear management involves acknowledging fears as completely normal, starting small, reducing fear intensity, building confidence through small purposeful actions, reframing fear as sign of meaningful challenge, understanding that courage is acting despite fear, not without fear, and treating fear as companion on journey, not obstacle preventing movement. The financial considerations show that purpose doesn't require poverty or sacrifice, that finding sustainable ways to live purpose, that starting purpose as side activity while maintaining income, that creative solutions exist for financial concerns, that purpose and prosperity can coexist, and understanding that financial excuse often masks deeper fear requiring honest examination. The expectation navigation means recognizing others' expectations as their issue, not yours, communicating purpose clearly to important people, accepting that not everyone will understand, building support system understanding purpose, setting boundaries protecting purpose, and treating others' approval as nice but not necessary for purposeful living. The perfectionism release involves starting before feeling ready, accepting imperfect purposeful action, understanding that perfection prevents progress, celebrating imperfect action over perfect inaction, recognizing that learning requires mistakes, and treating perfectionism as purpose killer requiring conscious, deliberate release. The overwhelm management shows that breaking alignment into small steps reduces overwhelm, that focusing on next action, not entire journey, that progress compounds over time, that sustainable pace prevents burnout, and understanding that overwhelm comes from looking too far ahead instead of focusing on present step. The imposter syndrome addressing involves recognizing that doubt is normal, especially when growing, understanding that feeling like fraud is common experience, accepting that competence develops through practice, reframing doubt as sign you're stretching, and treating imposter feelings as normal part of purposeful growth, not truth about capability. The sustainable pace adoption shows that purposeful living is marathon, not sprint, that burning out serves no one, that rest and recovery enable sustained purpose, that pace should be sustainable long term, that intensity should match your capacity, and treating sustainability as essential for lasting impact, not weakness or lack of commitment. The purpose evolution recognition means understanding purpose naturally evolves as you grow, that clarity increases with living purposefully, that purpose may shift with major life changes, that evolution is natural growth, not failure, that core purpose often remains while expression changes, and treating purpose as dynamic living concept, not static fixed forever. The meaning maintenance practices include regular purpose reflection and journaling, connecting with purpose community consistently, celebrating purposeful actions and impact, learning and growing continuously in purpose area, reviewing purpose statement periodically, and understanding that meaning requires active maintenance, not passive assumption of permanence. The setback recovery involves expecting setbacks as normal, treating setbacks as learning opportunities, getting back to purposeful action quickly, not using setback as excuse to abandon purpose, learning from what caused setback, and understanding that resilience includes bouncing back from purpose lapses. The comparison avoidance shows that comparing your purpose journey to others creates suffering, that everyone's timeline is different, that focusing on your unique path, that comparison steals joy from purpose, and treating your journey as incomparable to others. The support system building means finding people on similar purpose journeys, joining communities around your purpose, working with coach or mentor, sharing struggles and wins, and understanding that isolation makes obstacles feel insurmountable while community makes them manageable. The recommitment practice involves regularly recommitting to purpose, renewing commitment after setbacks, remembering why purpose matters, reconnecting with original inspiration, and treating recommitment as normal ongoing practice, not one-time decision. The long-term perspective maintains focus on purpose over years and decades, understanding that meaningful impact takes time, celebrating small wins along journey, trusting that consistent action compounds, and treating purpose as lifetime commitment, not temporary project. The implementation requires identifying and addressing specific obstacles to purposeful living, managing fear through small, consistent actions, finding sustainable financial approaches, navigating others' expectations skillfully, releasing perfectionism consciously, managing overwhelm through small steps, addressing imposter syndrome, adopting sustainable pace, accepting purpose evolution, maintaining meaning through regular practices, recovering quickly from setbacks, avoiding comparison, building strong support system, recommitting regularly, maintaining long-term perspective, and treating obstacles as normal challenges requiring solutions where obstacles became convenient excuses, preventing purposeful living, making purpose intellectual exercise, not lived reality, creating meaning. You have learned how to find your purpose and live with meaning, understanding what purpose actually is, exploring your values, interests, and strengths, identifying problems you care about solving, discovering your zone of genius, defining your personal purpose statement, aligning your life with your purpose, overcoming obstacles, and maintaining meaning. What matters now is implementing purpose discovery, starting immediately. 5 implementation priorities. Identify your core values and what matters most. Explore problems you genuinely care about solving. Discover your zone of genius. Draft personal purpose statement. Take one action aligning life with purpose. Execute systematically. Explore honestly. Align progressively. And live with meaning through commitment. Stop drifting without direction and start discovering purpose. Stop living on autopilot and start living intentionally. Follow systematic framework. Explore your unique combination. Define clear purpose. Align daily life progressively. and find your purpose living with meaning through unwavering commitment starting right now today.